Contingency Log Number 100, Code Name, Cold Vengeance. For as much good as people may try to spread across the world, the truth is there are still injustices that happen every day. People who suffer, betrayed by those who were once close to them, having loved ones taken from them, harmed by those who should be protecting them, or perhaps simply wronged by the very system which is supposed to keep them safe. It is a world where the corrupted and the evil sometimes win, and justice is never truly served. In the darkest corners of the world, it is sometimes not the light which offers you aid, but rather a greater darkness, one which seeks to destroy the evils with their own power, and he is very effective at it. And in this case, that greater darkness took the form of Agent Graves, a man with a goal in mind and the means to accomplish it. Not one to get his own hands dirty, he will instead seek out others, the common man who were wronged, but have no power to do anything about it. Graves will often approach people when they are alone, possibly at the lowest point of their lives. By the time he has sat down with them, he'll make it clear that he knows more about their life than anyone should. Not just their criminal records, but information about the lives that no one else should know. Truths that may have been withheld or hidden from them, and he will give them the true information. All of this evidence which he keeps safely inside of an attaché case. But that's not all that remains enclosed within. Within the case lay a gun, a Smith & Wesson, I believe, and 100 bullets. Both the gun and bullets are untraceable, but that's not all. As stated, any and every one of whom he approaches has someone in their past of which they will desire to get revenge on. And while this weapon is meant to be their means of accomplishing this, there is one other thing that aids them on this venture for revenge. You see, if you should choose to take on this case, Grave has the power to give you government immunity. In essence, you cannot be arrested for what crimes you may commit. This contingency is different from what has come before. While Graves was once a member of the Minutemen, he is not what one would expect from what was once a superhero team. His strength lay not in incredible strength, or some arbitrary power. He has no magic, no alien device, no cosmic breaking drill. He is just a man with connections higher than the laws of which surround us. He provides the weapon, and yet it is not him who pulls the trigger. And the people of which he turns to, what of them? Even without the immunity, all I could do would be to turn them into the law for what they had done. But are their actions truly that of their own choosing? These are not normal criminal acts. These are people who have been shunned from society, disenfranchised by the laws which govern them. People who would have been ignored at best, or dead at worst if not for the intervention of one man. This is more than a simple battle of good versus evil. It is one of ideologies, one which stands in the very center of the two. For every person of which who his actions have killed, it is likely saving several more who would have suffered at their hands. Stopping him would mean corruption would go unchecked, but allowing him to continue would be abandoning all that I stood for. And even should I be capable of stopping him, it is likely he will be replaced soon after. I cannot approach this with a simple plan or specialized capture method. No, if I wish to stop him from his actions of using the average civilian as a pawn, it would require cooperation. You see, Graves doesn't do this simply to help others, but to also aid in his desire to put an end to an organized crime group called the Trust. It is a group that the Minutemen have battled since the late 1700s and are likely in the pockets of many corrupt individuals around the world. I am prepared to extend a helping hand in that venture, giving him the manpower he would use to accomplish his goal. But in doing so, I would demand that he put an end to his contact with civilians and allow my team to do the work needed from the shadows. This attempted cooperation is only that, however, as there is a chance that Graves will reject my offer, preferring to keep to his own methods. Should it come to that, then I may have no choice but to change my approach. If he and the other Minutemen will not listen to reason, then I will have no choice but to take direct action. The Minutemen were disbanded once before, and I can make it happen again. I just have to be ready for the repercussions that could come after. If you also have a character you wish for me to cover, or just want to support this channel, I'll have a link to my Ko-fi page. There will also be a Google Doc with the list of characters who have ever been done or already commissioned by others.